bloody motors. Hey babes, welcome back to another video. We're gonna be doing a mermaid style looking wig with these faux locks on a V-part wig. I know it's a mouthful, but yeah, we're gonna be using these distress locks. We're also gonna be using some spring twist hair, nail glue. Of course, you're gonna need scissors and some bundle hair, some extra bundle hair in like deep wave. So the wig that I have is from Yolissa Hair. It is a V-part wig. I think it is 24 inches, but I've cut it a little bit shorter. It is in the texture water wave. What I'm going to basically do is take out a layer from the front, because when I usually wear my V-part wig, I use these hairs to like kind of camouflage my part. So I'm going to get those hairs out of the way. And then I'm going to start to braid like a piece on the side, kind of in the front where I want my first lock to go. I am going to box braid, well, basically plait a piece of the wig. Now, I definitely didn't really like the first lock that I did, but the other technique that I'll do is better than this one. For this first lock, I braided the hair that was on the wig, and then I left out some curly parts from the wig. I didn't add any hair or anything. I just basically braided, and then I added the lock. But I liked how the second method basically came out. You guys will see that. So this is the first braid, just showing you guys. And what I'm going to basically do is take my crochet needle, stick it into the braid, and then I'm going to take that loop of my lock, pull it through, not all the way, and then I'm going to open up that loop and then pull the braid that I made on the wig through that hole of the lock. Yep, and just pull it through. And now I will say this was the easier method, but I just didn't like how it came out. I like the second method that I used better. But yeah, everything is going to be linked down below. Make sure you subscribe if you made it this far in the video. Make sure you also like the video too, y'all. You know, you might as well subscribe because you're going to come back for more. So this is what the lock and braid look like before I grab my spring twist hair. And of course I fluff it up before I, start wrapping. I open it up, then I crochet the root of it, and then I pull in the spring twist hair, and then I'm just going to wrap like I normally wrap my faux locks. I have a short piece on one side and the long piece I'm going to wrap around. So I'm just wrapping that all the way around. And then of course I'm wrapping the braid and the lock together. And of course those little pieces of human hair that I stuck out of the braid, I'm going to stick those out of the lock. And I just didn't really like it because the hair wasn't really, it's water wave. It's not like a deep wave. Like it didn't give like a curl. So I ended up using the bundle hair that I had on the side instead, which I feel like came out way better. So I'm glad I did that. So I'm going to show y'all how I add human hair to the ends of these locks. Now, this is kind of hard to see because I didn't really get a good angle. But I basically took the end of the lock, used it as like the middle strand, and kind of braided the human hair on top of it and then like nail glued it. But I'm going to show you guys in another clip exactly how I did it because this one is obviously really hard to see. And then I kind of just like wrapped some of the human hair like around it. Like y'all will see, I basically just like braided in the human hair on the bottom, and then I just nail glued it so that it would like stay. And then I kind of just wrapped some of the hair upwards and squeezed it into the glue. And then I wrapped on top of that, of course, so that I could hide like that braid I made at the end. But you guys will see in another clip how I did it because that was like not a good angle. So yeah. So this is me starting on my second braid. Now this one came out better. I liked how I made it thicker by adding in some afro texture spring twist hair. There's a difference between like the afro texture spring hair and like spring twist hair. One of them is shinier, one of them is like more afro textured, so it's like a matte. So right here I'm using the matte one. I didn't show it in the beginning, but you can also use spring twist hair too. Just fluff it out real good. But I basically just braided that into the braid, and then I took some pieces of deep wave from my human hair bundle. I'll link that down below, and I basically just took the pieces and braided that in just so they can stick out of the braid, because I didn't really like the wig hair sticking out of the lock. Like, it wasn't like a vibe. So this was like much better, and I liked it better. So some of the locks are also like long, some of them are kind of short. The ones mostly in the front are shorter because I just wanted to give it like a layered look, kind of like how the wig is. So that's what's gonna give it like, you know, that definition of just looking different. And it just looks better because it kind of matches like the layers on the wig. Like, you want it to look, you know, put together. You don't want it to just be like wig hair. Like, you want it to kind of mix together to look, you know, vibey. So this one is cut very short. I wish I would have zoomed out of this so you guys can see, but it was kind of hard to film this because I was in my like hair area where I usually do hair, and seeing the camera and stuff is hard, like here, because I use my phone for this. I usually use my Canon camera, but I use my phone to record this, and the quality is good when I film out here, so with my phone, so it's fine. But the ring light was just so bright I couldn't see. And I use my back camera, of course. I never use my front face camera because the quality is just trash. But anyway, so, oh my gosh, did I already show the end on how I did that? Oh, I think the end of this is just the wig. It's not, I don't think I added hair to the end of that one, but I am going to show you guys how I did it. These are the two locks. The first lock I did is the first one. This is the second one. The end is just like the hair that's on the wig. But yeah, we're gonna start on that third lock. Of course, we're gonna do our little plait, and I'll talk more once I get to the end of the braid so you guys can see how I added the hair. Nike crossbody got a piece and got a dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a thriller in the track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction. And you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go. No sequin, buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece, got a dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could be your thug passion. It's a thriller in the track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction. And you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide.
On the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a thriller in the track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you.
Okay, so we're here. I have the bundle here and I have the lock. I basically put the lock like in the middle and just start braiding it as if it's like a piece of the third piece that you need to a braid, but I just use nail glue as I like keep braiding it. And you can also just like wrap. I started just wrapping the human hair around that nail glue just so I didn't have to braid all the way down, because I don't feel like it. Okay, I just used some nail glue and just wrap that human hair around, because that other method I was using in my one of my other videos, it's like that human hair look I did with a whole bunch of like human hair all over the locks. Like that method was just not working for me. So basically after that, obviously the human hair is sticking out, so I add some more spring to his hair to wrap around so that it can go all the way down and reach the bottom of it, because the human hair is just looking crazy all over the place. So you gotta see how like all those hairs is like sticking up now. You gotta add more spring to his hair to wrap on top of that so that you can see all that madness and it has like a gradual flow. So I wrap all the way down, then I start wrapping up if the hair is too long. And I just keep wrapping and wrapping until it's thin. Just start wrapping real tightly once it starts ending, you know. That's how I add human hair to the bottom of the lock. And y'all, this wig was, well, how long did this take me? I think it took me like maybe like two hours, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. I took a break, but I think I had I used that whole pack that was on the floor, so that was probably like 15 braids, maybe 14. So yeah, I had like 8 locks on each side. I know you can't really tell because the wig is so like curly and stuff, but I did have like 8 locks on each side. This is just one side. I think I did just a couple locks here, but once I get to like inserting the accessories, oh, that's when it really came together.
On the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up.
So I'm just trimming up some stuff just so that the human hair isn't too long and it all matches at the bottom. I know you can't see that, but that's what I'm doing. So this is how the wig basically came out. I'm gonna add these accessories. I got some shells, some yarn, and some little gold pieces. This is me getting ready to put the wig on. Look at my hair. I was doing like a braid out. But I do recommend, okay, so my hair obviously is in like dookie braids or whatever. I do recommend for you guys to like cornrow your hair, and to where the part is, like the part that's going to be like the middle part or side part, whatever. I recommend you guys to add small braids so that when you're crocheting the human hair wig into your hair and it sticks out, it just looks more natural. I'll try to insert a video so y'all can see. So you see the video overlapping. She has 2 braids and then she's like crocheting the human hair from the wig into her hair, and then it just looks really natural. Yeah, I suggest you guys do that, because for me, I was trying to do a braid out, so I didn't want to take my braids out just to do 2 cornrows, you know. So I was like, maybe I could just finesse and just put my braids, you know, there, and then like add the hair underneath my hair that's already just laid down, which it didn't look terrible, but I do think I will do the method that I put in that video that girl did next time, because it's also like pulling, because since there's no like braids to really anchor in and it's just like clip-ins, you got to make sure that they're clipped in like the right position, because you don't want it to be too close to your face, but you want it to be like in the right place. You just don't want to look crazy. You don't want it to look too wiggy. Like, we get that it's a wig, but you don't want it to look too wiggy. So I had to position my clip-ins and redo it and start over and move it around. And my middle part was not straight either. That's not the point of this video. So anyway, once I got myself situated and crocheted the little human hair into my hair or whatever, I just did my edges. I used Got to Be gel, of course. And my real hair obviously is not black because I've dyed it like a reddish color. But if my hair was black, this would have ate up like way, 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 way better. Like I might have been able to leave like my hair out, to be honest. But no, that's not what happened. Because my hair is dyed red. So I couldn't do what I really, really wanted to do. But that's okay. So this is me just wetting the hair just so I can calm it down because it was just getting a little bit too fluffy and out of hand. So yeah, I wet the hair. There's only water in my water bottle. And I wanted to see what the curls were looking like. And I wanted to get the locks more more flare from the hair that I added to it. And it was so cute. Love this hair. But yeah, the curls I added to the faux locks are deep wave, and the curls that are on the wig are a water wave. And those mixed together it just was really a vibe. I really liked it. Now, when you have a wig like this, you want to make sure that you are separating your curls from your locks every day, like with some conditioner, some water, something. Now this is the point where I'm putting the accessories on. I just cut some yarn. And I was trying to find a good place to put it, but I think I ultimately ended up putting it on like the bottom. And you basically just put the yarn on kind of like you were wrapping, the hair like for faux locks. That's what I did. I just had like a little small piece on one side, and then I held it there, and then I just started wrapping as if I were to be wrapping my own hair for my faux locks, and the human hair pieces was getting in my way. I was looking for a clip, but I couldn't find one. So just kept on wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and then once I finally finished that, I just started the next color and just wrapped on top of that. You guys will see me do that in just a second. Now, once I got to the end of wrapping all the colors, obviously there's some pieces out. So I just wrapped the two ends of the green together. And the yarn was pulling apart, girl. I was like, what the heck? So I just left it. So yeah, that's one little accessory. Cute, cute, cute. But we gotta add some more. We're gonna add, I think, the gold pieces next, and then after that we are going to add the shells. But the curls on this was just looking so cute. These are the accessories I picked out. They're basically just like, I don't even know, like gold rings with like a little medallion type thing on the end of it. Girl, I don't know. But this is the hoop. You just like open it up by pulling it apart, and then you just close up the hoop once you got it onto your lock. And that's basically also how I added the shells. Once I opened up the shells, the shells have a hole in them. So you're able to put like string through them, or you can put like gold hoops on the shells so that you can attach it to your hair. But you guys will see how I add the shells in just a second. But yeah, I think this wig is perfect, especially if you're not trying to deal with any lace. And you just want to, if you're a girly who likes to put on and take off your wig which I'm one of those people. I don't like stuff to sit on my head at night if it's like not my hair. You know, things irritate. I don't like having things on me when I'm sleeping. I just want to be comfortable. So this is a wig you can take on and off, honestly, because it's just a V-part wig. You can just put it back on. But make sure you detangle it, girl, every day. It's a curly wig. Take care of it. These are some videos I did outside. But I will say, y'all, like I said, if my real hair was black, this would have ate. But, you know, my edges are not black, so it didn't really blend. But this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you try this, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, faves.